Hello, hello, hello. It's a beautiful morning this morning. This is Pastor John with Truth Seekers, and I want to help somebody out this morning. And I want to help you out by going to the Word of God. So let's go. Matthew 7:6. This is Jesus talking, Sermon on the Mount, and he's saying, "Do not give what is sacred to the dogs. Do not cast your pearls before swine, because they will trample them, then tear you apart after." Now, what does that mean? Let's look at the characteristics of a dog, okay? Not a trained dog, not the dogs we love, not the dogs that, are man's best friend, but let's look at wild dogs, okay? They're impulsive, they have no self-control, they tear up everything, they have no sense of value. Dogs have no sense of value. If you have a puppy, if you ever had a puppy, you will know this to be true. You could put your expensive shoes on the ground. If you have a purse or whatever it may be, that dog will see that thing and tear it up. It has no sense of the value of what is in front of it. It will destroy it. And the thing about it is, a wild dog not only will destroy that, but it will try to destroy you too, because it sees you as a threat. Even though you've subdued it with an item or some food, it still does not view you as a friend. Okay? Now let's go to the pig part. Casting your pearls before swine. Your pearls are things of value. As some would say, when you're talking good, you're giving good wisdom, they say, "Oh, you're dropping gems today," right? And pigs do not value gems. They do not value the things that are valuable to us as well. As a matter of fact, they value slop, mud, rolling in their own feces. They're dirty creatures, and they don't value clean things. That's why the Bible calls them unclean, okay? And that's why we're instructed in the Old Testament. Some go by this. I don't eat pork. I'm not pushing out on anybody else, but that not to even eat it because it is unclean, okay? So when we look at these situations and we say, don't give what is sacred and holy to the dogs, you have to look at, it could be your gifting. It could be whatever God has given you that is sacred, that he wants just for him. It could be your skills or your abilities, and you're giving it to people who don't value it, right? You're giving it to people, and you're wondering why people don't value me. I'm going to go a little deeper on this one for those out here who are in the dating game right now. Your body is holy and sacred, and you're giving it to the dogs. When you decide to have sex out of wedlock and you decide to want to go out there and be promiscuous, and as I hear some people say, well, I don't know if I want to marry this person. I got to try them out first. Okay, so what's going to end up happening is you're going to give something sacred to the dogs. And not only will they not value your body, not only will they not value you, they will tear you to shreds after. Emotionally, financially, maybe even physically, and I hope it doesn't get to that point. But that is the importance of why Jesus is telling us not to give what is sacred to the dogs. Your pearls before swine. Now, this has helped me out as of recent, just giving valuable things to people who don't value valuable things. And then we get upset when I'm giving them the information. I'm trying to help them. It could be at work. You're trying to improve a system or a department, and they're not valuing it. It could be friends. It could be at church. It could be no matter what it may be. You have to evaluate the climate or situation or assess the type of individual that you are dealing with, or group of individuals that you are dealing with. If you're noticing that you're casting your pearls, your gems, your knowledge, your wisdom out there that most people should pay for, a lot of times you're giving this information out for free as a courtesy of love, and they don't want to take it, okay? So when you find that they don't want to take this information, you need to realize that they will never value it. And it's okay. That just means that you need to stop casting your pearls before swine. You have to find the people that value you. If you're constantly giving information and wisdom and stuff to people and they arguing with you about what you know that you know, what you get paid to do and you know what you're talking about, then it's time for you to leave that situation. Dust your feet and keep it moving. If those people want to function in dysfunction like pigs, they want to deal with the slop, you let them deal with the slop. They want to roll around in their own mess, you let them roll around in their own mess. You dust your feet and you keep it moving. You've done your job. You said what you had to say. Stop casting your gems, your pearls, your value amongst people who don't value you. It will drive you crazy. It will mess with your self-worth. It will make you feel like you're doing something wrong. And the only thing you're doing wrong is spending too much time in the wrong places. I was talking to an individual yesterday. I said, you know what? I said, you got to know the climate that you're in, because he was talking to me about some situations he was in where people weren't listening and things of that nature. And I said, you know, when you assess the type of individual, the type of system that you're working in or dealing with, then you will know how to navigate through it. A bird doesn't flap its wings on the ground unless it's going to ascend up in the sky. It knows that it needs to walk on the ground. When it is in the sky, it does not try to walk. It uses its wings. You need to know how to navigate. But in order for you to know how to navigate in life and with relationships and situations, you need to know what type of climate you're in. You need to know who you're dealing with. Are you dealing with dogs? Are you dealing with pigs? Because I tell you, people who don't value you and you keep trying to help them will mess with your own self-esteem and self-worth. You will begin to think that maybe I'm doing something wrong. So today, as you work, as you deal with situations in life, as you deal with relationships, just realize that you can't fix everybody. You can't fix everything. And I know some of us, like me, have an advocate personality, advocate trait, I should say, where we advocate for truth, we advocate for order, we advocate for things that are right, and we will relentlessly fight for those things, even to our own detriment. But what I have learned is you can no longer do that if you want to stay sane. If you want to stay sane and you want to make sure that you keep your self-worth intact, you have to identify the dogs and the pigs. It's not to devalue people. It's just realizing that certain people aren't going to value what you bring to the table. That's it. They're not going to value. It could be based on history. It could be based on relationship. It could be based on their own self-worth or their own insecurities. It could be the fact that they generally just might not like you. They could be jealous of you. I'm going to say they could be jealous of you. Now I see why I had these glasses on. It's bright out here this morning. I wasn't trying to be cool, y'all, I promise. Generally bright. But that's what I wanted to tell y'all today. Be encouraged. Ask God for wisdom on how to deal with people and how to identify people so that you can be available and be a vessel to be used when the people who really need you are available. Because what'll happen is, if you waste your time with people who you're not supposed to be spending this time with, your time and energy on, you will be depleted and you will be resentful and you will not want to help when God really needs you to help and to be a help to someone. All right, this is Pastor John with Truth Seekers. I love you. You have a great day, and I hope this word blesses you. I am going to go inside and eat breakfast. Then I have to get my dog to boarding. And then after that, I'll probably hit the gym. And then I got to start work. And I've got an eventful day. And hopefully, just hopefully, and I know I will, I'll take my own advice on this. Love y'all. Have a blessed one.